Hello, I'm Pintun from OdissaTV.in bringing you today's news from Odisha. First, the headlines. Odisha sends its final memorandum on drought in the state after crop cutting assessment to centre seeking a grant of rupees 2,344.99 crore. Odisha Chief Minister Navin Patnaik urges Prime Minister Narendra Modi to include 4,035 more villages under the Pradhan Mantri Gram Sadak Yojana. Odisha decides to set up a mineral exploration corporation which will operate under the guidelines of Odisha mineral exploration policy. In another macabre act of Maoist menace, red rebels slit throat of a person in Koraput. And Odisha government to organize Jatinda Centre of Arts National Film Festival on Art and Artists from next year. Now the details. Odisha government on Friday sent its final memorandum on drought in the state after crop cutting assessment to the centre seeking a grant of rupees 2,344.99 crore. Special Relief Commissioner Pradipta Kumar Mahapatra said at Bhubaneswar on Friday. Earlier, the state government had submitted two memorandums to the centre seeking a rupees 2,199 crore grant to face the situation due to drought. In the interim reports, 26 districts and 215 blocks of the state were mentioned as drought-affected areas, the Special Relief Commissioner said. The earlier report put the crop loss in 13.41 lakh hectares at 33%, whereas the final report revised the crop loss to 15.36 lakh hectare, an increase of 1.95 lakh hectare. Mahapatra said the grant is being sought by the state government under 6 heads. In the final report, the state government has sought agriculture input subsidy of rupees 1,062 crore, an increase of rupees 134.69 crore from the rupees 927.77 crore asked for in the interim memorandum. Similarly, rupees 4.92 crore was sought in the final report for strengthening of fodder resources and rupees 206.067 crore by way of gracious relief of food assistance, an increase of rupees 6.31 crore compared to the rupees 200.03 crore sought in the report, Mahapatra added. In Bargarh, Nayagarh, Baleshwar, Dhenkanal, Puri, Balangir, Kalahandi and Koraput districts, there has been a decrease in the drought-affected areas, he said.
जो 145 कोटी टंका आम अधिका मागुचु से जो बढ़ी हेड्रे एग्रिकल्चरल इनपुट सब्सिडी आम मागिलु पूर्वर 927.779 कोटी जोटा बढ़ी कि 1062 कोटी से ही 134 कोटी टंका बढ़ी 134 कोटी 69 लाख टंका आउ गोटे स्ट्रेंथेनिंग ऑफ फॉडर रिसोर्स बढ़ी 4.92 करोड़ मोटामोटी भाव में गत मेमोरांडम रू फाइनल मेमोरांडम भितर टोटाल अमाउंट बढ़ी 145 करोड़ 90 ये 8टी जिलार एरिया कमी आ 16टी जिलार एरिया बढ़ी एमती मोटामोटी भाव में 28टी जिलार आमर ड्राउट मेमोरांडम देइछु.
Odisha Chief Minister Navin Patnaik on Friday urged Prime Minister Narendra Modi to include 4,035 more villages under the Pradhan Mantri Gram Sadak Yojana. In a letter to Modi, Patnaik asked him to advise the Ministry of Rural Development to approve the state government's proposal to include 4,035 left-out habitations at an early date. He said the Union Cabinet had approved the revision of core network to include the left-out habitations in 2013, following state government request to include these unconnected habitations. He said the state government has submitted detailed information on the said unconnected habitations for approval to the National Rural Roads Development Agency, New Delhi, under the ministry. In a bid to streamline the process of mining in the state, the Odisha government has decided to set up a mineral exploration corporation which will operate under the guidelines of Odisha mineral exploration policy, informed Mines Secretary R.K. Sharma. The decision in this regard was taken during a meeting headed by the Chief Secretary. The modalities of the corporation were also discussed in the meeting. According to sources, the state government had decided to set up a mineral exploration corporation to streamline the process of notification and mines auction and to make other changes in the process. In pursuant to this, a meeting was called today to discuss the blueprint and the modalities of setting up such a corporation. Mines Secretary R.K. Sharma informed that the state government has finalized the modalities through which the G3 level mines which have been identified for notification will be brought into G2 category as per the provisions of the amended MMDR Act. In effect, once these mines are categorized as of G2 level, it will enable the state government to issue notifications on its own without the permission of the centre, added sources. The newly formed Exploration Corporation will also play a key role in giving operational clearance and extension of leases as per the amended MMDR Act to the mines which have been closed due to irregularities or lease expiry, informed sources.
Explore अर्थ होची कोठे अच्छी खनिजटा केते अच्छी केते वर्ग किलोमीटर रे अच्छी सेटा तो सेटे बाकी कंडीशन कौन अच्छी फॉरेस्ट कंडीशन कौन अच्छी रिवर वाटर ए सब कंडीशन जाक कौन अच्छी से सब एक्सप्लोर हम से कमर्शियल वैल्यू गोटे एस्टाब्लिश हो भल रेट भी पैसा भी पाइबे ऑक्शन रे.
In another macabre act of Maoist menace, Red rebels slit the throat of a person in Konda Tikarpara in Bandugam block of Koraput district late on Friday night. The deceased has been identified as Krishna Miniaka. According to sources, a group of armed Maoists called Miniaka out of his house. They took him to a nearby forest and killed him there, the sources added. Notably, on Thursday night, Maoists had killed Rohin Nachika by slitting his throat at Birigi village in the district. The ultras called Nachika out of his house and slit his throat. Though the exact reason behind the gruesome act is yet to be ascertained, it's believed that the Maoists could have murdered Nachika, suspecting him to be a police informer. In a shocking incident, burnt bodies of a woman and her girl child were found this morning in a latrine in the Koranda village under Rajkanika block in Ali area of Kendrapara district. The deceased have been identified as Surekha Sahu and her 3-year-old girl child Snehangini Sahu. According to sources, the mother and daughter were found charred to death in a latrine around 200 meters away from their house. A complaint has been filed by the parents of the deceased Surekha alleging murder of their daughter and her girl child, added sources. What strengthened the suspicion of murder was the fact that no family members were found in the house. They remained untraceable till the time of reporting, informed sources. Meanwhile, the IIC of Rajkanika police station has reached the spot and has begun investigating into the case. The state vigilance on Friday registered cases against 10 persons, including 5 government officials, in connection with the multiple allotment of plots, land and houses in the capital city. 2 of them are OAS officers. According to vigilance sources, 2 cases each have been filed against former allotment officer Bhubaneswar Development Authority Subhasri Nanda and section officer Vibhuti Bhushan Ray. The cases were registered against the duo over the allotment of plot for construction of house number 151 and MIG house 117 at phase 2 of Anantabiha housing scheme in Pokhariput area here. Another case was registered against former allotment officer of BDA and retired OAS officer Surendranath Nanda over the allotment of plot number K8 in Kalinganagar area here in Bhubaneswar under plotted development scheme. Earlier, 5 cases were registered against 23 persons, including 18 officials of the BDA and Cuttack Development Authority. The official website of Odisha University of Agriculture and Technology was hacked on Friday evening. The website was reportedly hacked by a hacker identifying himself as Don. The hacker has posted obscene messages on the OUAT website, sources said. On being informed about the hacking of the website by newsmen, the Vice Chancellor of the University, Manoranjan Kar, has asked officials to remove the website from the server. When contacted, Santosh Kumar Raut, Dean of OUAT, said The website was working properly till 6 p.m. yesterday. After being informed about the hacking, the Vice Chancellor of the university asked us to remove the website from the server. We have decided to lodge a complaint at Crime Branch. It's worthwhile to mention here that on December 29, the website of the Regional Transport Office Ganjam District, www.rtoganjam.com, was also hacked. But the matter came to fore only on January 3. The website was reportedly hacked by Abbas Abraham. A banner of an unknown organization, Pakistan Cyber Crew, was displayed on the website of the RTO. Besides, the national flag of Pakistan, written with Pakistan Jindabad, was also displayed on the home page of the hacked website.
सर्वरटा बंद कर काली आम से क्राइम ब्रांच को दबो साइबर क्राइम जो डिल कर गोटे एफआईआर दबो हाँ एफआईआर दबो तापर हमर जो वेबसाइट जे डिजाइन करथला ताको मते डाके ताको आमे देखु सेटा वेबसाइट ताको से काई के से सेमान को डाके करी सेमान को टिके एग्जामिन करबे तापर आमे गोटे एफआईआर दबो पुलिस के.
The CPM on Friday urged the ruling BJD government in Odisha to make its stand clear on whether the CBI has the soft corner for the state government in the cheat fund scam investigation as per the directive of the centre. Speaking on this, CPI leader Sitaram Yechuri said, considering the plight of the people in the country, the Odisha Chief Minister has to take a clear stand for the betterment of the people of the state. Asked whether the Odisha Chief Minister should take his stand against the BJP-led NDA government at the centre, Yechuri said it's up to the Chief Minister to decide. Replying to a question on whether the BJD should take a clear stand on the proposed land acquisition bill and goods and services tax bill by the centre, the CPM leader said the issue is not on these two bills. Just see the economic policy of the centre, which has resulted in the heavy loss in agriculture, industrial production and manufacturing sectors. Not only this, there is a steep rise in the price of essential commodities. Is it not a financial burden on the people? Taking all these into consideration, the Odisha government should vehemently oppose the centre. The Chief Minister should give a clarification to the people as to why he is not opposing the centre. After all, he is accountable to the people who have elected him as the Chief Minister, Sitaram Yechuri observed. Asked whether the CPM still considers the BJD as its ally after its split in 2009, Yechuri said the BJD has been benefited by alliance it had with the CPM. The Odisha government will organize the Jatin Das Centre of Arts National Film Festival on Art and Artists from next year. Announcing this at the inauguration of the 10th National Film Festival on Art and Artists at Idkal Auditorium organized by the JDCA at Bhubaneswar on Friday, Chief Minister Navin Patnaik said a festival of this kind will go a long way in documenting and preserving the art, artists and culture of Odisha for posterity. Appreciating the initiative of JDCA aimed at greater exposure of art and artists, Patnaik said focusing on art and craft of Odisha is an encouraging gesture. The Chief Minister further said Odisha is gifted with a number of talented artists who belong to traditional as well as contemporary world of painting, sculpture, dance, music, weaving, etc. Stating that the state government has taken many initiatives for promotion, conservation and worldwide appreciation of art and craft of the state, Patnaik said his government has declared Raghurajpur as the model craft village where every member of the family is engaged in patta paintings. Besides, the state government has decided to set up a crafts museum in Bhubaneswar on about 12 acres of land, which will be the first of its kind in the eastern India, he informed. Among others, Tourism and Culture Minister Ashok Panda and JDCA Chairman Jatin Das were present. Before wrapping up, the headlines once again. Odisha sends its final memorandum on drought in the state after crop cutting assessment to centre seeking a grant of rupees 2,344.99 crore. Odisha Chief Minister Navin Patnaik urges Prime Minister Narendra Modi to include 4,035 more villages under the Pradhan Mantri Gram Sadak Yojana. Odisha decides to set up a mineral exploration corporation which will operate under the guidelines of Odisha mineral exploration policy. In another macabre act of Maoist menace, red rebels slit throat of a person in Koraput. And Odisha government to organize Jatinda Center of Arts National Film Festival on art and artists from next year. That's all for the day. Thank you for watching.